Yo, what's up, boys? This game, I'm actually playing the buff Graves, and just so you know, Graves got a buff on his E, and he's getting magic resist as well. So I'm actually going a special build, which is a bruiser build. And let's take a look at what I'm gonna build, and by the way, not many people are building this, so try it while you can. I'm gonna go Sunner Sky as my first item. What's my second item? I'm gonna go Black Cleaver. Because right now my E gives me some magic resist as well, which is pretty nice. And honestly, if you go Lethality Graves, you're not really gonna benefit of it that much. So in my opinion, just go Bruiser, get some cooldown reduction, and trust me, with Sunner Sky and Black Cleaver, you can be super beefy, okay? So I'm gonna show you a bit how to play Graves. If you haven't watched my unranked to challenger yet on Graves, I would highly recommend you to watch it. But for now, let's take a quick look here, okay? So, small thing if you play Graves, and if you play this build, just so you know about the E, you get basically 2 stacks if you dash towards the enemy team. So usually, okay, not like always, right? But try to dash against the enemy team, and it's very good, because then you get some extra resistances. And another thing with Graves, you can cancel your alt attack by hooking the wall here. So I actually failed a bit there with my alt attack reset, but basically I have to be hooking this corner here. And then you see, you can cancel your alt attack, which is very crucial. That way you clear a bit faster. So it always helps if you like, you know, fuck, it is corners, like these 2 corners here basically. But yeah, anyway, as I'm full clearing here, and this game especially, okay, I will explain mostly about Graves' mechanics and just how to carry on him and 1v9. Because, let's be real, if you play a carry champ like Graves, I have enough fundamentals on my YouTube that you can learn from. But yeah, I think explaining more how to 1v9 on Graves, how to think like Graves, is very essential, okay? For you to basically look to develop good skills and 1v9. So, as I'm gonna path towards bot side, I'm looking, okay, can I do something? If I cannot do anything, I will just farm. That's simple. I put 2 points in Q. The main reason why is because smokescreen, it doesn't deal that much damage, so I like to put 2 points in Q. One thing on Graves as well that is very essential, which is that the moment your E comes up, try to use it as soon as possible. Because if you alt attack, you see the bullets, every bullet, it gets less cooldown, so the moment it's up, instantly use it. It's not rocket science, but, you know. Let me join these camps. And of course, one thing I really love doing, especially if bot lane is a bit volatile, I like to smite the camp here. Why do I like to smite the camp here? For one simple reason. Because now, let's say that if there's any fight, I'll be here. Of course, before you fight as well, you should think if you win or not, but we go on him. We just get summoners and that's all. So there, I could have flashed on the Karma, but I didn't. So why is that? I'm not sure if he's going for double crab here. Okay, he might go for double crab. I don't see the mid laner, so... Oh, sexy. Okay, he's dead. Oh, Bullin's fighting as well. Bullin's fighting as well. I'm coming. So you see, I'm sneaking behind him, holding my E, seeing if I need it. I need it. Of course, I should see how the wave is. Because if the wave is shit, I should look to fix it. And the wave looks not that good. But honestly, I think me fixing this wave... Okay, perfect. Okay, I will explain a little bit of fundamentals, okay? Look, it's like football. I just got a kill. Rengar is now up tempo. My base timer super delayed. I am not gonna ping my top lane. Let's see if he's aware that Rengar can gank him. Oh, Sunner Sky. Remember Sunner Sky? Whoppa, there we go. But yeah, basically I'm fully aware Rengar is up tempo. So you see my Garen right now. He has to crash the wave as soon as possible. If he doesn't, he'll die. So Rengar's option is the following. Top the bot, go for Drake. Or kill my top lane. Rengar is not... Oh, there you go. He young my camps as well. That was another possibility. But that's all he was taking. But yeah, I mean, I should ping earlier, but I was hoping Rengar would gank just to show you a point. There you go. Rengar showed top side. So you might be wondering now, Kirei, will you invade his bot side? A very good question. I will invade him if I have lane priority. So you see how Rengar right now is in the top side? Look what I'm doing right now, okay? I'm gonna ping my laners. This is how you want to play Graves, okay? I'm gonna ping my laners. Yo, bros. Push that lane. I want to invade. But, do you see how their bot lane is playing right now? I'm gonna gank them from behind. Because they're playing way too aggressive. Okay, you see here? Because I cannot kill them. That is completely fine. Look what I'm doing right now. I'm pinging my laners, do you see? And I'm pinging them, yo bros, I need you for the invade here. So now we see Rengar here perfectly. And the thing is that I'm the one initiating the invade. So think about it, it makes a lot of sense. If you're the one initiating the invade, guess what? You should be first. And that's why I'm always pinging my laners in their face and then invade. But you see how, like, the moment I have tempo, I ping my laners, yo bros, push the wave, and I'm not forcing plays. Do you see that? I'm playing for camps, and everything else that happens, it should happen naturally. I'm not forcing ganks. Hold up, let me see if I can help him. I cannot do anything here. That is fine. But yeah, you can see here, basically, I'm not really forcing ganks. I'm just forcing my laners to push, and then I want to invade with man advantage. And especially if you play champ like Graves, that is ranged against melee. If you have any laner that's moving slightly first, if Rengar hits me, he's fucked. That's why you have to really be good at pinging your laners. Yo, push and move, please, okay? So take a look now. Basically, as I'm basing, of course, I want to play for the objectives, okay? And I'm gonna get as strong as I can get with my items. And yeah, I'm going tanky, by the way. I'm going hella tanky. And you'll see this build is actually really strong, especially if you don't have any tanks in your team as well, and if you want to be a bit beefy. I personally like this Grace build. I've tested a bit on another account as well. I think it's not too shabby. And then I decided to make a video about it. But yeah, anyway, right now, what's my game plan? This is where most people cringe it. Do you see how every single camp of mine is up? Usually, if every single camp of yours is up, you really want to farm. Graves is a power farmer. You don't really want to go for objectives unless enemy jungle cannot take your camps. So right now, for example, I can see Rengar in the bot side. I don't think Rengar can invade my bot side. But let's say, hypothetically, and one thing, so you see how I'll attack here, I Q these two, or like I'll attack these two, you see? I'm clicking on the left one, so I hit both. It's a very small trick, but very important. But anyway, I just said you don't want to take objectives, but if the enemy Rengar can take my bot side here, I would have never done this. I would have just cleared top to bot, and I would have just defended my camps. Because how you want to play Graves is like, stay ahead of the curve. You don't want to fall behind on enemy laners. That is very bad. So one thing I love doing always is to take camps, get good base timers, be as strong as possible, and play for objectives. You see, let's see if he greets here. Okay, you see he greet. I was basing here, but then I see him greeting. So, well, he's pretty dead, I think. He doesn't see me yet, he doesn't see me yet, he doesn't see me yet. He's not dead. I'm gonna flash over his bola. Got him. Instantly basing. Why am I instantly basing? Well, if you look at my gold, 600 gold. Pretty good base timer. And of course, as I have 600 gold, right, I want to clear top to bot. The classic. Even though my top lane's hard stomping, I still want to play around bot side. The moment their Rengar goes top side and their bot lane is gonna play aggressive, I can look to gank them. Even if I cannot kill them, I can allow my bot lane to breathe. So it's very good to play top side. But yeah, I will now just clear my camps, and just so you know, imagine Rengar's POV. He sees a Graves with Sunder Sky. He's like, Yeah, I can surely kill him. Nope, he cannot. And you can see as well, like, I get extra armor and magic resist too. So, look, right now I have 5 stacks. I have like 80 armor, right? So I get beefier as I put more points in my E. So trust me, the moment I have my E maxed, good luck to enemy team. Anyway, I will just full clear here. Nothing too crazy. And like I said, if you play Graves, you want to stay ahead of the curve. You don't want to fall behind. You need to be perma-farming and be at least, or try to be same level as enemy laners. Do you see how I'm like perma-farming or like trying to perma-farm? And I'm still 1 level down. And look, the nice thing about Graves is that, look, I'll fucking thank you, by the way. Like, I'm not like that thank you, but I'm quite thank you, you know? You see, basically, I took the entire combo. Oh, I could have killed him there, but... Whoppa. But you see, I completely egoed on the enemy team, and I just tanked everything, and they couldn't even kill me. I healed off Sunner Sky, you know? And now, I can promise you, the enemy team is not enjoying the game. But I would have never been able to do what I did if I was, you know, buying Yumus. I would have gotten 1 shot. But that's why if you go Sunner Sky Graves, and especially with the MR changes, that's the only way to benefit of, you know, the buffs. So now I'm gonna base. And look, my top side camps spawning in 30 seconds. So I'm gonna base, spend my gold. And here's the deal. I could buy Ninja Tabis, but no. I'm not buying Ninja Tabis. I'm instead gonna buy the following, which is cooldown and armor. And why is cooldown nice? Because if I get my E more often, Q more often, because I'm a bit tankier, it is nicer. And especially, look, I get now 7 armor per stack. If I jump onto the enemy team, I get 2 stacks. So it's 14 armor. 14 armor, like cloth armor, right? It's like what? Basically, I get 300 gold of value. And I get MR as well, right? So, not bad, I would say. Not bad. So if you want to play Graves, please try the Bruiser build. I think it's actually very appealing. It makes games easier because you're more allowed to make mistakes. And the champ will still feel very useful, by the way. Even though you're a bit, you know, Bruiser. Because, you know, the Graves actually deals decent damage, you know? But yeah, anyway, you see the Rise here? I would love to kill the Rise, so I'm gonna try to kill him in rotation here. Look, I'm gonna wait in the bush here, and wait for him to rotate. You see how my Zoe's like here? I'm gonna wait for my Zoe as close as possible. Then I'm gonna try to get this, and get away maybe. Whoppa. Okay, got him. Okay, we got the Drake. We take that. We take those. Anyway, you can see, but I helped them out for so long, you know, like... Healing done, 600. Not bad. But the nice thing as well about Sunner Sky is that it basically heals my missing health. And this build, I'm going Sunner Sky plus Black Cleaver. Guess what this means? 6% missing health is quite a lot. So, it's nice if you stack HP as well, especially with Sunner Sky. But yeah, anyway. I'm gonna keep it simple here. Okay, because enemy blue buff is up, and my blue buff is up, if you're winning, generally speaking, this is how you want to play Graves. You want to play to invade. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm pinging my Zoe. Yo, bro, please push the wave. I want to invade him. Did he push already? He did. Wonderful. Remember, always ping your laners in your face, and then ping the objective. So now as well, you see, Wrangler was in the top side. And same thing here. Like, if you play Graves, you need to learn how to utilize your laners. I want my Zoe to push and move with me. You see, Karma here, with Graves, you play smart. Smite them. And with Graves as well, you don't deal that much damage. So don't expect your ult to one-shot people if you're lethality. And of course, the beautiful thing. Look, I'm gonna E here, get some armor. Probably gonna die here. Look, I can literally tank crazy amount of tower shots. Okay, not that much, I know, but you get the idea. You get the idea. I get extra armor. Look, I have now currently 4 stacks, right? I get 40 armor extra. 4 stacks, by the way. 4 stacks only. This is basically pressing 2 times E onto the enemy team. That's why levels is so important, because if you get more levels, you get more stacks. And now, of course, the next item, you might be wondering what I'm going next. I'll be going Death Stance. I could go if I want to like Starix or something. Actually, Starix is fine as well, because, I mean, my HP at the moment with Starix, good luck to enemy team. But yeah, now I will just take all my camps here. And after I take my camps, like, here's the deal. I might be very ahead this game, but as Graves, you want to learn how to close out games. So you might be thinking, Kirei, you're so fucking far ahead. But trust me, I might be so far ahead, but you really want to learn how to actually snowball. And how do you snowball? And whether you play Graves or not, it doesn't matter, okay? So pay attention. Right now, think about what objective would you like to play for next. Drake. Wonderful. With which laner? My Garen and Zoe. They're for sure the strongest. So if you want to snowball, okay? Every single time there's an objective up, try to involve your strongest laner and try to invade with them before the objective. So look what I'm gonna do now, okay? I'm gonna take my camps and burst my Zoe Garen top side. Do I want to fight mid lane without them? I can, because I'm strong, but, you know, I won't. Because the more ahead you are, the less risk you want to take. So I'm gonna wait for my laners, and then I would like to play. Do you see right now how Oh, this guy's pretty cooked on my screen. Okay. I was like, surely he's not taking that, right? He took it. But anyway, one very big tip with Graves that I have is that your auto attack is not cancelable. And with Graves as well, look. You're like super tanky, so you don't have to give a shit. You can just take some tower shots, kill them. And a crucial part of Graves, especially if you're going for a fight, right? And look, I have a game plan right now. What's my game plan? Drake 30 seconds. What should I do with Drake's 30 seconds? Base. Get tabbies. I could, if I want to, go Death Stance as well, but, you know. Let's go... Sterox. Yeah, I'm literally full tank Graves, but a one-shotting beast. But yeah, anyway, take a look right now. Drake is up. I'm playing for the Drake now. And as I'm playing for the Drake here, okay? How do I want to play for Drake? Pay attention. This is where most people struggle. Don't instantly start a Drake. Push the wave first. Force them to show. Then start the Drake. And as you start the Drake, one thing you really want... I mean, Rengar's topside here, okay? But imagine Rengar's not topside. What should happen is that if they come into this area and they're running into you, kill them. Graves' biggest weakness is that he doesn't have crowd control. But if you... And one thing, you see I have 3 stacks? Look here, I have 3 stacks, right? You see even this ward? I'm waiting with it. Why am I waiting? I'm keeping my stacks. Very crucial. And now I have stacks and I'm a Giga Beast. I'm hella unkillable. Okay, I'm killable. I'm killable. I'm killable. Okay, you get the point, right? I was like so fucking tanky. And sadly I can't... Okay, wait. Actually, I'm kind of trolling. The 40 armor was my Tabis maybe from previous. Actually, it doesn't matter. But my point is that, like, do you see the small trick on like how I'm keeping my passive stacks? It's so important to like keep your passive stacks. As I take a crab, as I take a Drake, just pressing E to keep my stacks. And then I have like almost full stacks because I dashed onto Jhin. And of course, I didn't have to go that crazy, but you get my point. So, especially with the tank Graves build, if you manage to get your stacks up and you have 3k HP, you wanna know how much armor and MR gets stacked? Look, 16 armor. This is per stack, right? This is probably per stack. Okay, let me check. Look, my armor is 1, 2, 3. 16 armor, okay? 16 multiplied by 8. 16 multiplied by 8. How much is that? There's no shot that gives him that much armor, no? So mass boost or what? 1 to 8 armor, right? Yeah, I think 1 to 8 armor, by the way. Unless I'm fucking tripping, but that's how much armor I get, and 50% of that. So I get basically 6, 7. Bro, the maths right now, it's late, guys, it's late, the maths. 1, 2, 6 split by 2. That's 60 plus 4. Okay, 64 MR. Oh, the maths. 64 MR, okay? So how crazy is that, right? Like, so you see this right here, when I take this camp, I actually pay attention to my passive stacks. You see, there's like 1 stack. I try to stack it as much as I can before a fight. And people don't expect it. When you stack your passive like this, people really don't expect like you to fight with 4 stacks instantly. Look, he's fighting me right now, but I'm literally Giga Tank, by the way. Okay. Oh my god, that's so close. Actually, I need to change the tab, but how much armor I get. Okay, that was clearly a 1v3 though. Just saying, Graves is not the best 1v3er, but I really want to highlight the passive stacks though. That was just basically me fighting without fundamentals, so we got a little bit cooked here. Because obviously, enemy team had numbers. But if you have fundamentals, plus you count the numbers, guess what guys? That's stonks, you know, that's stonks. But yeah, it's good we throw her a little bit, because this might look like your games, right? Exactly. No, but anyway, Drake is up. How do I want to play for Drake? It's same as before. Think about what you want to play for with the strongest laner. I would love my Garen to be involved. Was my Garen involved in the previous fight? No, he was not. That's why it was a little bit cooked. But yeah. It's very crucial you just actually learn how to maintain stacks. So you know how Lilia has like his passive stacks? Well, on Graves, you have your E stacks. And trust me, you're so fucking tanky if you play with your stacks properly. And that's the main thing you need to learn if you play this Graves build. That is the most important thing. So yeah, anyway, let me clear into bot side. And of course, you have one job. This is just fundamentals, right? 1 minute before Drake, what's your job? Exactly. Ping your laners to not do what they're doing there. I mean, he'll still make... Oh. Oh, that's not optimal, but all good.
Yoink.
Oh, we take that. You can see I'm spamming cooldown reduction though. And okay, now let's actually take a real fight where it's a 5v5, okay? I mean, not sure if it's gonna be 5v5 right now, but oh. Yeah, you can reach him. E forward. One small big tip. Oh no. Always dash forward onto the enemy team. That's where you get your stacks, you know. So, I mean, okay, the only dash onto enemy team if you know you're gonna win for sure. It's like, let's say this is like the enemy champ, okay? Don't dash to the side. Try to dash a bit their direction. You can practice in custom game how exact where you can dash onto enemy team. But yeah. Anyway, what's next objective? The Baron. With who do I wanna play? My Garen and Zoe. So I'm gonna make sure that if I play with them, they have to move. And then I go for the objective. Till then, even on Graves, okay, if you want to snowball, you still need to have fundamentals like jungle tracking, like pinging your laners to not int. Because like, this is the only timer they can actually die. And now I'm gonna go... Actually, I'll see what I go next, honestly. I can go a lot of items. I can even go Bloodthirsty here, honestly. You name it. Or Phantom Dancer. Okay, actually, Phantom Dancer is really good, by the way. Phantom Dancer at this point. And you might be wondering why Phantom Dancer. If I hit the enemy team more, I can stack my passive more. Because you see how, like, every alt attack, my E gets reduced. With Phantom Dancer, you have a lot of attack speed. But yeah, anyway. I'm playing for the Baron here, okay? You see my 4 passive stacks? My 4 stacks, you see? I'm Eing before I lose the stacks. I keep my stacks here. I jump onto the enemy team. You dare to jump to the side a bit. Okay, do you remember how I said, like, I'm gonna play oh my god. I'm gonna play my Garen. My Garen was actually bot lane, and I actually was so focused on the passive stacks, and I forgot about the fundamentals. But have you noticed something? I am losing every single fight. I shouldn't have ended that item. When my Garen is not here. So if you think about it, if you review your game, you should be like, okay, I'm fighting topside, but my Garen is not here. So basically, I'm trying to explain a bit of Graves mechanics, so I'm a bit lackluster with the fundamentals. But if, let's say, you were to play this game, you can review, okay, what went wrong, what went right, and hopefully, you know, if you lose a bit the mid game, you should realize why. This is not Garen's fault. We should just not be fighting, and when there's a fight breaking out, if someone gets caught, I shouldn't be looking to all in. I was just fighting like a donkey, and that's why I lost. So now, actually, let's play good fundamentals, and that's how much difference it makes, by the way. Good fundamentals and bad fundamentals. Like right now, Drake is up in, well, 2 minutes. So I would love to play for that. You can see my team is super tilted. Like really tilted.
Yoink.
But yeah, it do be like that. Yeah, I think probably they're fine. Ult, maybe Senna? Yeah, my Senna could ult maybe, but it's fine. Anyway, Drake's 140, so the game plan is pretty simple. It's the following. I want to push out top lane and play for the Drake. Or my Kai'Sa should push out top lane. It's better set. Oh, but my Kai'Sa's tilted, I think. I think this guy does not want to play, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna use this small timer. My Garen is mid lane, my strongest member. Oh, my strongest member here. No problem, boys. And now, obviously, Drake 1 minute. I would love the base, get my items, and go for the Drake. But yeah, I mean, I know that my Garen was here, so I just went full Ooga Booga onto the enemy team and just decided to fuck him up. Anyway, I want to play for Drake with my Garen. Last fight, my Garen was there. I could completely send it. I had my family behind me. Without the Garen, I would have died there. You see my Senna? Okay, my Zoe should wait and be a bit safe. Okay, let's apply some fundamentals now. Okay, we can ignore the mid lane wave, I think. You see my Garen? My Garen is in the bot side. I'm gonna wait for him. Okay, you see my teammates? They're making a pick on Yone. Okay, I gotta play very slow here. I don't know what the fuck happened here, but... Okay, we're on the chase here. Well, that is soul point in my books. Or soul Drake. But of course, like, just spam your one tip. Let's say someone is in the bush here, okay? Or let's say someone is contesting here. I said I can't show it, but let's say Rengar's here, okay? Try to, like, low-key E towards the direction, while, of course, hitting the Drake. That way you actually benefit and still get your E stacks. The range is quite big. I think from here, if enemies here, you still actually get stacks. So, very big tip, by the way. Because I'm telling you, it's all about stacking your E. Because, bro, getting like 128 extra armor, 64 MR, having 4k HP as Graves, trust me, you want to learn how to abuse that shit, you know? And you might be wondering what's my last item, and here's the beautiful part, right? Like, I'm fucking beefy, but this shit deals crit. I have Black Cleaver, which reduces the armor, and I actually deal crazy amount of damage as well. Because I'm going Infinite Edge as last item. So not only are my hits super fast, which allows me to stack my E, I now actually deal correct damage as well. People think grave scaling is bad if you get outranged. If you don't get outranged, trust me, you're murdering them. Like really hard. Like look, he's trying to hit me, but you know what? I'm fucking tanky. It's a full assassin. Full items, buddy. Full items Rengar. He didn't even proc my Sterox. That's how much he got there. Not even my Sterox. I was hoping my Zoe would hit him here, but no problem. Look. Now you think, what's next objective? You see Baron spawning 30 seconds. What should you do? Get a base off. Get your HP. And then look to play for that. And this is how to play Graves. Make them run into you. So look, I'm gonna buy red pot as well, because I know this is gonna be the last fight. And pay attention, okay? This is just fundamentals, but you have to know this as Graves. I have no crowd control on my team. Zoe bubble, sure. But basically, this is how you wanna play Graves in mid game. We wanna play for Baron. Question is, how do you play for Baron? Ping Millennials to not die right now. I'm completely fine, by the way. There's no shot. This guy's killing me. And now, the moment we're fine here, and we're all together. You see Yon showing bot lane? I'm gonna send it now. We have numbers. They cannot do shit here. And this is the benefit of Graves. I'm very tanky, so they tried to go on me, but they got cooked there. Okay, I mean, we didn't really kill him there, but there you go. Whoppa, Gangnam style. But that's the thing, right? I'm super beefy, so I could just go in there. I knew it was 5v4 for us, so because I'm as well, like, a bit tanky and have Sterox, right? I could go very cocky, and my Sterox wasn't even procced, you know? But yeah, you can see here, but you see my armor? 224 armor. 240, you see? 7 stacks, 256. 270 and 100 MR. How nice is that? So that's super nice, right? So you can see how fucking beefy I am with the stacks. Without stacks, it's like 100 less, you know? Almost. But yeah, that's kind of how you want to play for Baron a bit as well, right? I mean, there we had numbers, so we had to take advantage of that. But let's say that we didn't have actually numbers there, and we had to set the Baron. I would just take full control and make them come into me. Because Graves, you don't have crowd control, and you can't really chase the enemy team. So the way you want to play Graves is like, make them come to you by setting up objectives, okay? That is very crucial. So of course, what do I want to do right now? I want to play for bot lane. Not sure if that guy's making... Oh, bro, you could press the ultimate there, but all good. Bro, but the thing is, I'm feeling so cocky right now that I just want to go in and fight them. Hoppa. There we go. But you can see I'm super tanky. And I'm one-shotting them. All me, buddy. All me. And one thing is, if you hit towers, okay? Try to find the opponent. If you see the opponent... Which I don't, by the way, but... Basically, my point is that if you hit something... You get stacks. Look, I just E here, by the way. If you think you don't need the dash... Just press E forward. Why not? Hoppa. You see I'm pressing E forward? Hoppa, hit me, boy. Hit me, baby boy. Ah, nice damage, Jin. Jin, 3 items, no damage. But, as you can see, the moment I didn't think about numbers and fundamentals, I got cooked. But I really want to explain to you, especially the Graves' main strength, which is his E and being tanky, which allows you to, of course, take more damage. And if you know how to play around objectives, you are omega chilling. So take a look at the following. This is from a mid-game course, and let's watch the video a little bit. Okay, take a look at this, right? So you see me start a new objective here. It's like, imagine you're Graves here, okay? Generally speaking, what you want to be doing is that if you know that the enemy team wants to play for an objective, you have to make them come into you. So take a look what I'm doing right now. I'm hitting the objective, and what's the reason? It's because I want the enemy team to come onto me, so I don't have to go to them. So there, they were afraid I was going to start Baron. So now take a look at their POV, what they saw. They see this. They see me hitting the Baron. I cleared the wards. They even saw me leave. But now they're sweating. Oh my god, he's on Baron. So if you're playing Graves, or honestly any other champion, you should know how to play around objectives. And especially on Graves, because you don't have crowd control. And making them coming into you is the key. But anyway, boys, we're playing a Graves game in the master lobby, okay? And basically, you know, Graves got buffed. I hope you guys know that. And I personally think Graves is actually not too shabby. I personally enjoy going the Donkey build. Sunner Sky, first item. After Sunner Sky, I go Black Cleaver. After that, I'll see what I go. But Death Dance, Phantom Dancer, it really depends on what I'm playing against, right? But anyway, if you're playing Graves and you're playing a Masta Plus, you have to be able to do the following, boys. Have you guys heard about the 0-second rule?
What are you playing at?
Have you guys heard about it? Generally speaking, okay, if you play against Zed, and if Zed starts bot side, what you want to be doing is fuck him up. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'll fuck him up.
Feeling lucky.
Oh, does he know or does he not know? Okay, regardless though, I'm abusing my level 1 strength. So right now, whether there's a ward here or not, I'm gonna make sure that I get an advantage here. So usually if you play Graves, especially Master High or whatever, use your level 1, okay? I think he actually doesn't even know. Okay, he clearly knows, but... I'm cooked. I can't go for it. Hit it, bro! Oh my god! Okay, I should have picked my laners, but Jesus Christ, hit it, Janna! Use your brain! I can smite it. Well, anyway, boys. A bit of an unfortunate level 1. Okay, a bit of unfortunate level 1. But, hey man. League of Legends is not League of Legends if something like that doesn't happen. It's just a classic. What can we say? But honestly, I could have pinged my support at the very least to group if wanted to. But hey man, we killed enemy support. We take that. Okay, I'm gonna heal up. And my bot lane needs the base, it seems. Since my top side is very likely gone, right? And I don't really think that I can get it. I would love to invade his bot side. However, before you invade his camps, right? You gotta be realistic. And think if you can do it. I don't have bot lane priority. I do have mid lane priority though. So because I have mid lane priority and Ziggs needs the base, very likely, I'm gonna look to take or start this objective, knowing Nautilus can move to me, okay? Knowing Nautilus can move to me, so I put down a ward behind here, so I don't get flanked. That's very important. If I get flanked, it's very fucking doomed. Okay. So now, okay, I assume... I just junk him a bit there. Well, we're definitely gonna cook him here. I'm just chunking him here. I cannot kill him here. I mean, Zed is super low HP, so... I'm gonna E his alt attack. Okay, I got Giga cooked there. Oh my god, bro, but how the fuck does it go that south, by the way? How the fuck does it go that south? Surely we could have played it better, no? Like, I made Ziggs 1 HP. Zed was already 40% HP. How did my Janna die, by the way? Could someone answer me that? Well, anyway, top lane 0-2. I'm a little bit behind as well, but... Fear not, boys. I'm only level 3 against level 5 solo laners. Even though I'm behind, no problem. We're gonna get the bread. But if you want to get the bread, especially if you're behind, you still gotta apply the fundamentals though. That is like a non-negotiable. Even if you're behind, you still have to jungle track. And keep up the consistency. And that's the hardest thing, right? People cannot keep up the consistency if you're behind because you're so focused on yourself. But as a jungler, you're kind of still doing the same thing, right? You're still kind of AFK farming, so you gotta jungle track. And ping your laners to not grief. Okay, you see here bot lane fighting. I'm gonna hold for bot side. I think my Janna can tornado him or knock him up. They have some form of crowd control. So I think I can get a kill here, or like at least assist, right? Okay, wonderful. Now help them push out the wave. And of course, join some farm. Oh shit. Too bad. Anyway, I just made a kill. Remember, if you play Graves, no matter what, please, please, fundamentals, okay? I just made a kill. What does it mean? This means Zed can gank one of my laners. I don't know which laner, honestly. I'll be honest, I have no clue where the Graves is, or the Zed. But the only thing I know what he can do is the following. Top lane. Volibear on the tower, bot lane in base. Can only be top side. But now, I'm just gonna clear top to bot. Still the same thing. I'm fully aware Zed is up in tempo, so I will just be fine giving the Drake. Do you see how my top side camps are spawning? Drake is up. I took a kill, he takes the Drake, so be it. If you want to play from behind, this is kind of how you want to play as well, right? But yeah, I will take these little camps here. One thing on Graves as well you should look to do is look to cancel your alt attack. You can cancel your alt attack by hugging the... Oh. Not like that, guys. Okay, again. Try 2. Take 2. There we go. Not over this wall, but like, click on that direction, you know? Same thing here, right? You see this corner here? Bam. But okay, you see Zed? Giga up tempo. And because Zed is Giga up tempo, I would like it if my laners don't fight here. As long as they're not fighting here, as long as they're not dying. Let's say Zed wants to do the Drake. I'm down to match him if I think I can beat him. Or if my laners are strong enough. Which, I think is the case. So I'm gonna ping my laners. Yo, play safe. Zed can still be bot lane. I'm gonna check the Drake here. I want to see if I can do something here, because he's probably going to go very deep. There we go. There we go, baby. Okay. Most important thing. 8 play Graves. You see the enemy blue buff up. Yes, the enemy blue buff is up. But take a look at my gold. I currently have 900 gold. Drake and Grubbies are up. Whenever there are objectives up, I don't go for an invade. I just want to respawn my own camps as fast as possible. And then go for the objective. So you see right now, I'm literally taking the objectives here. Or like my camps. And I still need the base. I'm still down tempo, boys. Which also means Zed can make a play and I cannot match him. So my job is just to jungle track. So of course I'm gonna take the farm here. And remember, look how much gold I have. I have crazy amount of gold here, okay? Usually if you're down tempo and if you decide to go for extra camps, which I'm doing by the way, you should be fine giving an objective. I give an objective, in return I took gold. Completely fine. Don't be that guy that's like, oh my god, I just took a kill and I want objective. It's fine, bro. Take a kill, give the grips if you have to, get tempo. This way, if there's any fight, and have you noticed, I happen to be at the right time, at the right place at the right time. And that only happens because I didn't go for an objective. And I would never be in these situations if, you know, I think Zed could be here, so... Okay, you see here? I'm completely fine giving this. Why am I fine giving this? Press tab. Volibear 03. I have Janna against Nautilus. In which world would I want to fight this? Enemy Z, 1 item power spike. There's a saying, if you outskill your opponent, no need to risk it for the biscuit. Do you see how my teammates really want to fight there? I calmly collected the following, which is that Z has 1 item power spike. I have Nautilus against Janna. My Volibear 03, no lane priority. Before I even fight the objective, I was gathering information, seeing if I could even fight it in the first place. A lot of people are not even thinking about that. They would just fight and die and be like, oh, yeah, that sucks. But as a jungler, it's your job to have a calm and collected mindset. Okay, I think I should be fine. Oh, I'm fine, right? Woohoo. Okay, I'm fine, guys. Okay, now I got my item power spike, boys. Okay, this is my bad. I actually failed to jungle track here and ping my top laner, but honestly, who cares about top lane? Let's be real. But yeah, anyway, I got my item power spike now. Now, take a good look. Drake is on the side of my Syndra and Jhin, not on the Volibear. So guess what? Is Drake mine or not? That's right. So, knowing I want to play for the Drake, and knowing I can even get it right now, trust me, if you know the Drake is yours anyway, please, as a Graves, take your camps first, and then go for the objective. That way, your camps are respawning, and then you can go for the objectives. And if you play Graves, you want to learn how to set up objectives a little bit. So, you see what Zed is doing? Zed's playing topside. I get free Drake here. Before I take the Drake even, I'm gonna take his camps. You see, I'm not even taking Drake. I'm just taking his camps first. Why is that? Because I can always take the Drake, but I can't always take his camps. So that's why I take his camps first. That's why you should always clear your weak side into strong side. If you don't do that, this happens. And now you see, if he goes to my top side, there's no camps for now. And of course, do you see my laners right now? My laners are in base, I guess, yeah, a little bit. Okay, one thing as well. You see, before I start the Drake, I'm going mid lane. Why is that? If Nautilus hooks in, I'm here. So it's mostly to get the push. If my Jhin can move with me together, that's when I do the objective. I don't do the objective without my laners being able to move. Very important. As Graves, honestly, any champion, you don't want to start an objective if the enemy team can push out your laner, move to you. In the end, you have to leave the objective anyway, and there's a chance your laners can die. So try to not start an objective without lane priority, okay? That's legit haram. It's not legal, you know? Okay, now I'm gonna defend my top side for obvious reasons. You see Ziggs trying to base here? I don't know where the fuck this guy is, but... Okay, I'm full tank. I want to hold my E a bit. Not sure if I need it, but... I don't think so. One thing with Graves as well is that the moment you press alt tag on the enemy team... Basically, it doesn't cancel your alt tag. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but... He's dead, I think, right? So what I'm trying to say is that, like, the moment you manage to right-click onto the enemy team as Graves, you can instantly click. So I right-click on the golem, you can instantly move. This is something you have to practice as Graves, by the way. Just learn to space. The moment you click... Okay, you can click next, you know. Okay, anyway. Objective. No matter what you play, look. Objective spawning in 10 seconds, okay? Because the objective is spawning in 10 seconds... Guess what this means for me. If I think Zed can rush the objective now, I would go there instantly. If I think he cannot rush it instantly, I would take my bot side camps first. Hope that makes sense. Do you see how Garen's hitting the tower and I'm ignoring him? Why is that? I know I want to play for the Herald. So I'm trying to clear my weak side camps as soon as possible. And hope my laners don't die, of course. That would be a bone. Okay, my laners died. Unfortunate. Here, I actually failed with jungle tracking because, general rule, if you know what to play for, which is, let's say, the Herald, the next thing you have to think about is jungle tracking. I did not do that there, just so you guys know. I will not be lying. I did not do it. I admit to my crimes. So because of that, I have to give the objective. Like, learning how to adapt is a skill as well, right? Knowing, okay, my laner died, I'll give it. What's next? What's next is probably bot tower. Whatever. Can't kill this little bitch. But yeah, anyway. Knowing that I want to play for bot tower right now, right? It would be good if I can take one more camp. Okay, now I have a game plan, okay? After I have a game plan, I just gotta make sure my laners are not dying. Look, I still have the base. Do you see how I'm pinging my Jhin? You see, Zed is there, whoppa. Whether Zed was there or not, it's very easy to narrow down his options. If you think about it, the only laner that can die is my Jhin, right? So... I'm gonna go a bit more damage, of course. So look, now knowing I want to play for bot tower. If you play a champ like no CC like Graves, especially in Master Elo, you need to understand how to play mid lane into side lane. So do you see how I'm pinging my laners to move to side lane? You see how I'm pinging them in their face and pinging on the way. I'm basically telling them, oh, yo, I need you to move towards the side lane. I don't think we're killing Garen, so that's fine. If we don't kill him, that's fine. Look, now Volibear can move with us. Boom. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on here? I didn't see that. But do you see basically how we're like a ball? This is like 500 LP master, by the way. But do you see how I'm basically using my mid lane push into side lane, and the moment I get side lane push, I use that Volibear push into mid lane. And basically we're all moving like a little ball, and we're moving together. And if you're a ball, we're basically monkeys, right? Monkeys together strong. That's what you have to think. But generally speaking, if you want to play for a side lane tower, you want to play through mid lane into side lane. And do you see as well what's next objective? Drake, 30 seconds. Because Drake's up in 30 seconds, I know I need to base. I have a game plan, okay? What's next step? And please, if you master these two steps, which is a game plan and later track, you will climb, okay? Just these two things. So how do I make sure Monkey together strong? I want to play for Drake, it spawns in 10 seconds. Even if it's up, they can't one-shot it. Knowing that, I have time to take my wolves and then group together mid. So as I'm grouping mid lane right now, right? I basically want to make sure that I identify, okay, which wave would I like to contest the Drake? Probably this wave. However, you saw Zed there. Zed is trying to cross map here. I think. I'm Giga OP, but... Look, do you see how I click and move? I could flash in this booty. What the fuck? Garen's OP! Okay, I fucked up my Q, by the way. Come on, bro, be useful. You got this, Volibear. Holy shit, this guy's fucking... Okay, guys, not gonna lie, I did not expect to die there. That is crazy. Okay, how dare this guy ping me, by the way? Insta-muted. But yeah, okay. I was actually thinking, there's no way I'm gonna die, right? Right, guys? Yeah, that's, yeah. I mean, I guess I died. My bad. Anyway, regardless of what happened there, try to think what's next. Right now, Drake, Otacon still up. What am I doing? I'm going top side to clear my weak side into strong side. Till then, once again, one job. Oh, he has no ulti this time, though. Bro, I was like, no shot, he's fucking killing me without ultimate, right? Thank God he didn't. Anyway, what's next on the menu? What's next on the menu? Okay, I don't think Zed is soloing it. I think we should be fine. Okay, you know what's next on the menu? It is me full clearing my camps, looking to get my ninja tabais, and then being as strong as possible for the next objective. So every single time there's an objective, what your main goal is as Graves is actually to be as strong as possible to force fights around the objectives, or at least make them come into you and trap them, you know? So now I'm gonna buy tabis. And... or maybe Mercs and Death Dance as well, not bad maybe. I think I don't mind Death Dance. Okay, they did see me base, so they could be on it. Oh, you see, I'm always using my E as I'm walking from base. It's pretty much gone. It's pretty much gone. Goodbye to the objective. Okay. I have smite, by the way. Oh. Okay, my teammates got a bit cooked here, so... don't think I'm doing anything here, let's... okay, anyway, what am I playing for next? Well, since the Otacon is gone, my Volibear very weak, I would love to play for mid tower. What the fuck? Why is this streamer pinging me, guys? There's so many streamers pinging me, guys. Oh my god, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna clear my Gromp. And right now, there's no objectives up, okay? My top lane completely running it down, but... hey man, that's just part of the game, you know? That is just part of it. But you see, if there's no objectives, I just take my camps. And especially in a draft, where you have no crowd control. I mean, I've Sinra stun, but it's not like a Nautilus hook or Leona ultimate, right? You just gotta, you know, be consistent. There's no way I kill him. Yeah. I mean, I need Janna to actually kill him though, but... Yeah. With Janna, I can kill him. This guy's too fast. I mean, that's the sucky thing. I don't have any crowd control. We're like running with Janna and Graves around and we were just like... People can just run away, you know? That's why, especially if you play Graves, you have to play around objectives. If you don't, it's fucking cooked. What's my top lane doing here? Well, objective spawning in 1 minute, the Drake. And considering our items, let me look. My Syndra has decent items. I mean, I don't think personally we're that strong for the objective to fight for the Drake. So I'd much rather look for a cross map. And here, this is a bad fight because we don't see anyone. No one's showing top lane, no one's showing bot lane. So it's automatically a bad fight. Oh, you missed that? Okay, not bad. Okay. I know I'm dead. Oh! Saved! Big! Okay, wonderful. We managed to take the... Yeah, I think we just take the Drake here. Not bad, boys, not bad. Okay, just saying, this guy still has ultimate, but he might flash at me. Okay, every single time you do Drake, you should think about teleports. Generally speaking, okay, so... One tip on Graves as well. I press E onto the Garen, but you see I'm pressing E against Graves, sorry, Garen. I get 2 stacks. So if you E, please E towards the enemy champion. Especially if you go Bruiser Graves. You really want to play like that. Okay, I'm not sure what you're doing there, but... But yeah, anyway. What's next objective? Always think about what's next objective. I want to play for Baron. Now, if I don't want to play for Baron, I have one job. Ping my laners to not grief. No matter how good your plan is, you cannot play for that objective if your laners are dead. We can all grieve that one, right? So I'm gonna take my camps. I'm gonna see how much gold I need for my item power spike. I need 300 gold. Which also means that because he took my wave, I need to take this mid lane farm. Bro, I need item too, bro. We're all just looking out for ourselves. Anyway, now because I want to get my item power spike, right? I mean, I need like, what? My blue buff? I have one job. Ping my laners to not int. I get my item power spike. I get it. I come back on the map. And now let's talk about how I play for this objective. And by the way, I'm playing a 0cc team comp, okay? So you have to be able to use laners to play around objectives properly. If you don't understand that and you play Graves with Janna, FF really fast. So, you see top lane missing, bot lane missing? Same thing. Okay, there he sadly still died. But it's for me very obvious that we didn't have laners. He couldn't walk up. He still died. But the thing is that here he happened to die. But in some cases, or often, very often, your laners wouldn't die. My crap! That's fine. Let me see. Let me yoink his chickens here.
Easy, partner.
I mean, I could... And that's Files base here. Anyway, you might be wondering, what's the next item, Kirei? You know what's the next item, boys? You will not guess it. Phantom Dancer, baby boy. Phantom Dancer. Why is that? The more I hit, the easier it is to stack my passive, my E. This used to be an OG Graves build with Phantom Dancer. I could go Starex as well, but honestly, I like to go a bit more damage.
Always trouble.
Ain't no pussy, yo. Okay, are they on it actually? Maybe. They're actually on it. So I gotta sprint here. I mean, okay, Volibear should teleport here. Okay, they got cooked here. But we lost the Baron. So Ziggs has insane wave clear. Oh, my Volibear, the goat. Okay, always think about what's next objective, by the way. Right now, do you see how we basically managed to kill them here? Drake up in 1 minute. So what needs to happen? What needs to happen is that my Syndra should push out top lane, but these eyes on my head is so annoying, by the way. I don't like being seen. But anyway, I want to play for Drake. Knowing I want to play for Drake, well, you want to get as strong as possible, but I see a very juicy, nice Krabby Patty, so, you know, can't really resist here. So now, okay, Drake is in 15 seconds. So honestly, do I have time to base? I have time to base really fast, I think. But it's just gone anyway, though. My Jhin is top lane, so it's fine giving the objective, just so you guys know. I already knew that. Because Syndra is my strongest laner. He's spawning in 30 seconds. I refuse to fight without my Syndra. League of Legends, in the end, is a fighting game. If you want to increase your chance of winning, you want to play with your strongest member, with more numbers. And with this Drake, that's neither. So, you know. I will just take my camps. And after I take my camps, I will look to, yeah, ping my Volibear to play safe. But I think some people, it's useless to ping them. If you notice, it's useless on some people. Just stop pinging, it's fine. You see this Volibear? He's one of those cases, you know, it's just a lost cause. To put it simply. Okay, Garen could be basing. And he could be here. Okay, I was no surprised though, but I expect him to come from here, but he actually came from behind. And I got fucked! But yeah, anyway, luckily I died when there's no objective, so it's not too bad. Well, that was not really much counterplay there, but... Anyway, I need 300 gold for my Phantom Dancer. As you can see, my Volibear mentally ill, but fear not. We'll still get the bread. Especially in teamfight. I just want to play front to back. And one thing I would highly recommend if you play against the Ziggs is to get first position. And how do you get position before they get position? Usually what you want to be doing is pushing out the opposite side. So let's say, it's maybe a bit advanced, but not really at the same time. But let's say I want to play for Baron. I want to push out the bot side to force someone to show here. That way we have man advantage. And that way we can, you know, set up the objective. and be first. But yeah. Like, I do think the Garen is yoinking my entire bot side camp, so that's life, you know? So at the moment, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but everyone of the enemy team is showing bot side. I do think my laners should be able to survive for, like, you know, a little bit. If they manage to survive here, which they do, I'm gonna continue pushing top lane. Why is this? There's no mid lane wave. They can only take bot inhibitor on paper, okay? Knowing that, I'm gonna continue pushing side lane. And the only thing I can do is ping them back and hope they survive. Clearly they're not surviving. So I'm gonna base here. But that's still fine though. I managed to take a lot of resources on top lane there. Okay, he knew about it. Yeah, next item I'm gonna go Infinite Edge, by the way. So I was gonna get the crit item. But anyway, we're definitely playing for Baron. Run to me, bro! Ah, hell no. That's fine. I mean, it's 20 seconds before Baron, right? I don't know if he's gonna cheese here, but... I need to take one more wave, but I mean, my teammates are dead, so... I believe. Goodbye, Baron. Was nice knowing you, Baron. My teammates are running it down a little bit. Just a little bit. Definitely run down there. Okay, we at least get the Drake here, right? Bro! Okay, I mean, that guy just fucking spit on me like crazy. I mean, full crit Garen is really OP though. But that guy just fucked me so hard, man. Yeah, I can't wait to get my IE. Honestly, I did not expect him to kill me like that. When my Janna was around, my Janna still had ultimate too, by the way. And my Jhin ran to the left side. And this guy just ran me down. But it's fine. Anyway, the Drake is up. Drake is gone. And in this moment, honestly, because the enemy jungler, top laner, all of them have 6 items. And there's no objectives up. It doesn't hurt to farm for my top lane and me to get some items. So that's what I'm playing for. I'm just playing for items. Well, getting this red buff is pretty important, I would say. Yeah, Zed screws me over as well, so... Gotta be slightly careful. We should hard win this one. You're not that OP, bro. Relax. Okay, it's GG. I think it's GG, boys. We got... Okay, it's GG, it's GG, it's GG, guys. But yeah, I would say my top lane is pretty reported. And there, just like that, we just won the game, you know. Surely we end the game here, right? Yep, GG. Easy game, guys, easy game. But yeah, you know, that's how we get the dome. Nautilus just griefed, then the rest just followed. And GG well played. The Volibear completely griefing, still won the game. We take those. GG well played.